Hello, fellow realtors, affiliates, and friends. This is Monica Zimarik, Joshua Tree Gateway Association of Realtors 2020 President. I have an urgent message for you today. This issue will undoubtedly affect all who live in the Morongo Basin and ultimately every area that enjoys the iconic Joshua Tree. Part of the reason I moved here 20 years ago was because I thought the desert was such a beautiful place in which to live. And I especially found the Joshua Tree to be so unique and inspiring. My first communication with family and loved ones was about the Joshua Tree and the fact that roads would literally split in two to save the Joshua Tree and leave it untouched. I believe that most who move to the high desert succumb to its allure and astral quality. The fact that they can live for hundreds of years and for generations of families make it all the more precious. We are fortunate to live near and enjoy 2.3 million acres of sanctuary for these mysterious species. We have them on our properties, and we witness their super blooms in years of ample precipitation. We are fully capable of living with these plants, enjoying them, and maintaining their health and integrity. However, there is a group of activists who are attempting to tell us that we are not capable of living alongside the Joshua Tree. They are saying that we are not capable of responsible relocation when necessary. The Center for Biological Diversity has submitted a proposal to list the western Joshua Tree as a threatened species. This is under consideration by the California Fish and Game Commission. If this petition is approved, the Joshua Tree will be protected under the California Endangered Species Act. What would this mean for us? Well, a threatened species designation requires property owners to obtain California Environmental Quality Act, better known as CEQA, compliance for any activity that may disturb a threatened species, including home building. This would affect any construction, such as accessory dwellings on existing improved properties, any landscaping that requires relocation of the species, and new construction. It will also impact personal land use in proximity of the trees, although at this time the distance is unclear. If a homeowner or contractor wishes to relocate or remove a Joshua Tree under these new protections, I have been told by reliable authorities that the cost will be between $60,000 and $90,000 and will take 12 to 18 months for the study. How will this affect our community? It has the potential to devastate our housing affordability, greatly complicate the completion of our state-mandated sewer system in Yucca Valley, decimate new home construction, and greatly reduce the possibility of new food establishments or businesses choosing to come to our communities. The impact could be great. Contractors will be unable to build affordable homes, if build at all. The result will be higher prices of existing homes, as well as skyrocketing property taxes. Most infill lots will be unbuildable, rendering the property worthless to the landowner. I know that we love and want to protect the Joshua trees, and those few who have chosen to disobey the existing regulations of responsible relocation have set the tone for this petition. However, this should not be an all or nothing scenario, especially at the expense of home and landowners and their private property rights. This is a prime example of an ongoing problem with California policy. Continued efforts to retread existing environmental protections to little effect and thereby erecting roadblocks to development that force prices for existing housing skyward. This is the number one reason why California struggles so much with housing unaffordability. And we have over 150,000 homeless and millions more who will never realize the opportunity and dream of home ownership. We need to tell the Commission that the Joshua Tree enjoys 2.3 million acres, thousands more acres of private conservancy, and that we too value our Joshua trees on our private property and can take the necessary measures to maintain their integrity without the Commission imposing strangling restrictions that will price most of our residents out of our own market. We need to be aware and educated so that we can in turn educate others. This is not an ethereal threat to our community. The Commission will most likely vote to begin the study regarding the validity of this petition on June 24th. At that time, they will impose these new restrictions as if they were already in effect. So, what should we be doing now? First, education. Many support this petition without having the information needed to understand the impact it will have on our community. Second, write a letter of opposition to the California Fish and Game Commission. Letters can be submitted via mail or email. We will send out the confirmation or the contact information to you again shortly. Last, we must disclose this pending petition to our buyers and sellers. Whether it be vacant land or improved land, it is imperative that it is disclosed. Speak to your brokers immediately to ask them to create the appropriate disclosure. I beg you not to take this lightly. It could be a game changer for our area and not for the better. Thank you for listening. Be prosperous and stay safe.